Well, good morning, everybody. This is Art from Small Sunny Patch Gardening. And the potatoes out here in the potato hive, they're died back pretty well, and they're probably past the time they should be harvested. I did come out here and harvest 3 or 4 of these boxes, and I've replanted with some sweet potatoes. And those boxes, and there's the ones up there in the sunshine, they're doing nicely. And we have about 8 more boxes to harvest. What we got out of those boxes was, this is the Yukon Golds, and that was red potatoes, all of them out of one box. So I would say in a pinch, when you really need food to eat down here in Texas, the red potato would probably be your best choice. All right, we're going to remove some of this topsoil. Come up over here and see, get a shot. Here's some of the potatoes growing around the stem of this potato plant. We'll pull it up. I like that. That's a nice harvest right there. And that's not all of them. Let's put them up here.
Whoa, how many are you getting?
This box did produce pretty good. Chuck that aside. Remove some of the soil.
Cutting it off now?
There's still. I hadn't tried to harvest the potatoes, if any, in this box. So let me get these plants pulled out. Get them out of the way. Hang on a second. This is something sad right here. I have quite a few potatoes that spoiled in the box, and that's partially because I didn't get around to harvesting them on time. And then we've had a lot of rain, and so there's excess moisture in the boxes. So next time, I won't even consider the idea of harvesting everything in the same day. When a box is ready and the plants start dying back, I'm going to go ahead and harvest that individual box at that time. Okay, I'm finally finished harvesting all these boxes, and this is the produce we got out of it. In one way, I'm disappointed. I really expected more potatoes than this. These potatoes, red potatoes, came off the top boxes, and some of them are considerably bigger. Obviously, they got more sunshine. Those came off the bottom boxes. Those Yukon Golds came off the bottom boxes, and these came out of the top boxes. So sunshine plays a part, that's for sure. So I didn't get as many as I want, but then on the other hand, I got more than I want, because now I got to figure out what to do with all these potatoes. But the boxes, I planted in 2 different configurations. The bottom boxes, way down in the bottom, I put gardening fabric over the grid that is put in there by Earthbox. And in the top, I didn't. I got bigger potatoes out of the top, but on the other hand, like you said, there's a little more sunshine up there. So I don't know if those did any harm, but I didn't see the lawn fabric doing any real improvement in anything, so I won't do that again. And as for how I feel about this, well, I'm pretty happy. This is only an array that takes up 2.5 feet by 8 feet, and I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good amount of potatoes out there. But I think I can do considerably better. What I used for fertilizer was what I had on hand with some microlife fertilizer. Next attempt at this, next year in the spring, I'm going to find a more tuber specific, tuber formulated fertilizer. And I believe that I can get a considerably larger harvest. I did notice in the earth boxes that the potatoes want to grow pretty close to the stem, within 4 or 5 inches of the stem of the plant. So that makes it possible to put in 3 potatoes, especially in these top boxes, 3 potato plants per box. And I don't think it's going to be an overcrowding situation. Right now I've removed everything and I've replanted these 2 end boxes. I have the water secured to 8 boxes. The water's still flowing to these boxes. And this is 3 different varieties of sweet potatoes I got growing in here. It's about to become summertime, and the sweet potatoes are one of the few plants that can handle summer heat here in Texas. Down here you can see I'm a little bit above ground, so I have a little margin in case we get some flood water in here, up to at least a foot on the bottom. And then these top boxes probably started about 3.5, 4 feet up. So if we had a pretty good flood, a lot or all, depending on how deep it gets, all of these boxes could survive that. And then I put a pole in the top, and that's to throw if you know heavy weather's coming and you know possibly that you have a hailstorm coming. I can throw a canvas up over that and try to protect my crops from, light to moderate hail. Okay. All right. Thank you.